Sri Gurubhyo Namah. Morning viewers. In this video we are going to see about the 2023 predictions. I wish you all a very happy 2023. Let this new year bring you all prospects and happiness. If you are new to my channel, keep this channel subscribed so that you will get my updates instantly. You are seeing the planetary position on 2023, the day 1 as well as the end of the year 2023, 31st December. 2023, numerologically it is value 7 and assigned to the planet Ketu. In 2022, during the New Year prediction, we were talking about the Venus. As 2022, Venus is ruling the complete year, and this year it will be Ketu which is going to rule the complete year. Because at the beginning of the year, that is 1st January 2023, you have Ashwini star, the star of Ketu. Same way in the end of the year, 31st of December, you have Maha star, star of Ketu, and Ketu is very strong at Virgo. You have Rahu moved away from Aries to Pisces. So in this year, you will be seeing 3 major transits. One is Saturn Transit, another is Jupiter, as well as Rahu Ketu transits. So all the important planetary movements going to take place on 2023. Ketu is something like which is more of spirituality. So those who are very strong in spiritual way of living, they find this year more interesting and very fruitful and happy for them. But those who do not believe on spirituality and are against spiritualism may face certain problems also. But when Ketu is associating with the house of Mercury, and Mercury implies the financial institutions, bank and other investments and investing sectors, most of the countries may face certain financial crunch during this year. Ketu is a planet which is not of luxury, it is more of spiritualism. So this year there may be some shortfall in revenue, there may be some overall global problems, there may be dip in the revenue across major companies, as well as countries may face certain economic crisis also. Fortunately, it is not a prolonging issue, but a span of around 6 to 8 months things will change. But one need not have to worry, as if a person's personal horoscope is very strong, having very strong Mahadasa and Antardasa, the planetary position may not have much influence, because hardly it will take 50 to 20% on a person. So the remaining 80% comes from the personal horoscope, the current Mahadasa and Antardasa. At the same time, if a person's individual chart is not so strong, and even if the current Mahadasa and Antardasa is not supportive, he may find certain issues also. There may be loss of job, there may be some financial crisis, there may be some theft in the property. So some of the bad events may take place in this year. So it is better to save as much as possible. Spending huge money, spending on unwanted things, spending lavishly, one need to be restricted in all these areas. So this particular year, better to save and spend wherever it is really required. Now if you see the planetary position on day 1, that is on January 1st, 2023, it is Ashwini star, the star of Ketu. Moon is associated in the house of Aries and makes Rahu positive. At the 2nd house you have Mars there. 7th house Libra, you are having Ketu there. 9th house Sagittarius, there is a conjunction of planets, Sun and Mercury together, and in 10th house Venus makes Saturn positive, and Saturn being the ruler, and at the 12th house you have Jupiter. If you see at the end of the year on 31st of December, it is Maha star, the star of Ketu again. Now Moon is at Leo. You are having Jupiter at Aries and Rahu at Pisces. Ketu moves from Libra to Virgo. At Scorpio, you are having Mercury associated with Venus, and in Sagittarius you are having Sun and Mars together, and at Aquarius you are having Saturn ruler there. It takes the Mool Trikona power, and at the 12th house you are having Rahu. In this particular year 2023, you have 3 major transits which has a very big influence on a person's horoscope. That is, the beginning of January itself you are having the Saturn transit, then you have the Rahu Ketu as well as the Jupiter transit also. We will be seeing a separate video for each and every zodiac, right from Aries to Pisces. Capricorn. the 10th zodiac sign as per the Kalapurusha Tattva. For Capricorn, the year 2023 to an extent good, because in this year as Saturn moves away from zodiac itself is a great relief for them. Saturn moving to the second house, even though second house is not good, Saturn is placed at a very strongest position there as Moola Trikona Sthan. They need to be very much careful in terms of their communication. Those who are working with communication as a base, be really careful in this year. Because of their words, because of their communication, they may end up in certain problems. There may be conflicts in the family life with the family members. There will be confusions between the couples, husband and wife. They need to take serious note on all these areas. Rahu moving to the third house seems to be really good in this year. As I already said, the planets at 3rd and 11th houses will certainly give its good effects also. As Rahu getting associated in the next year with Jupiter's house at Pisces, so they can win out of their enemies, they can take any type of work with more courageously and they win out all challenges. They can get good support from their elder brothers, younger brothers. They can travel to different places, as third house indicates a short trip. Some of the writers in this particular zodiac can get good name and fame. Some of the artists who write poems, who write stories and publish in social media, they get good attentions and they get good followers in this particular time. Jupiter moves to the Kendra is not good as the 4th house. As a positive planet at 4th house is not too good, but at the same time it will definitely give some positivity also. Investments in share market, investments in land can help them gain good returns. Some of them may purchase land, house, vehicles in this particular time. Jupiter aspecting the 8th house seems to be really good for them. They can get some unexpected luck in this particular period. Jupiter aspecting the 10th house and Ketu moves away to 10th house to 9th house, it also seems to be good in terms of work. Jupiter aspecting the 12th house, so they have positive expenses in this year. Some of them may spend for the marriages, spend for constructing houses, purchasing assets like that. So it looks positive for them. Now when we see segment wise, when we talk about children education, this period, it's a good time for the children to study well. But at the same time, they may face certain struggle in terms of their health also. So they need to be careful in terms of their health. But when we talk about their studies, it's a good time for them. And also for childbirth, those who are not having childbirth for long, they have a possibility of getting a good childbirth in this particular year. Now when we talk about marriage, it's a good time for them to get a good alliances because Saturn moves away from the zodiac to the second house, so it will not aspect the 7th house from now on. So from January onwards, those who are not married yet, they can get good alliance and get settled down in their life. Those who are separated in the past 2.5 years, those who had conflicts with their friends, with their life partners, with their business partners, it's all turned to be positive. They will come back and they can get reunited. When we talk about career and job opportunities, this year seems to be really good when compared to the previous years. But at the same time, those who are working with communication as a base, like teachers, trainers, they should be careful in this year. Those who are working at the back end, an artist, or writers, who are directors, who are not front-ending, who are not using their communication as a base, they can get mass support in this year and they can win out of their enemies, scale up in their career. When we talk about the health perspectives, as zodiac, Saturn was associating so far, so it would have given some problems in terms of their health. When Saturn moves to the second house, they get good health. 2023 for Capricorn, comparatively better when compared to the last 2.5 years. When we look at the prediction chart for Capricorn, as Jupiter aspect in the 10th and 12th houses, it looks very positive for them. So in terms of job, it is good. In terms of expenses, it seems to be very positive in this particular period. Saturn moves to the second house is not good because second house, as I said earlier, it will disturb their communication. So they should be careful in terms of their communication. They should not argue with the seniors. Better to keep quiet in this particular year. The 4th house is partially affected as Jupiter is there. And Saturn also aspects the 4th house. Same way, the 8th house is also partially affected as Saturn and Jupiter both aspects the 8th house. Ketu is associating with the 9th house. there could be some problems in terms of the health of the father and support from the father side family. But some of them may get good belief in their religion. They follow the religious paths and the rites followed by their seniors and ancestors in their family. They look forward for the prayers, daily routines in the prayers. It might help them to get rid of all the problems. So comparing the positions of the planets in the year 2023, for Capricorn, as still the 7 of period of Saturn is there, we can say up to 75% positive.